Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. And we are here for Formula One. We're at Monaco. We are at Monaco. And yes, this is the most important qualifying session of the season. But I'm joined by Chris. How are we doing, mate?
I'm good. Just my usual self. I have to say that to people. Just my usual self. They're like, what?
I hear that.
So it means dud. I'm dud. Content.
Yeah, that's all good. But yeah, look, we've got an interesting qualifying session. Charl will be here at some point during qualifying. She said she could do half of it, so we'll see her in about 30 minutes time, I presume. But this is the most important qualifying session of the season. You won't get a more important one than this one, isn't that right, Chris?
Indeed.
Yes, but let's have a look at Monaco. For any of you newbies that haven't seen Formula One, this is Monte Carlo. This is the toughest track in the calendar. Because guess what? If you make a mistake, there are just barriers that are going to collect you. And FYI, Formula One car going into a barrier doesn't end very well for the Formula One car. That's all I will say. But let's have a look at the track. So as you see right here, that is the start-finish straight. You're going up to turn one. Well, up sort of down to turn one. It's like a little dip, isn't it? And then it's a full 90-degree up the hill. And then you got lovely 2, 3, and 4. It's beautiful going around there. Beautiful. I do it on my Formula One game all the time. And then it's down to 5. And then the slowest corner on the Formula One calendar, turn 6, which is basically a 180. 180 down to turn 7, then to turn 9, through the tunnel, down to the chicane where you will get caught out a fair few times. A few teams and drivers will get caught out there. Turns 10 and 11 is there, the chicane. And then you got turn 12. Then you got turns 13, 14, and basically a swimming pool area. It's a nice area. It's a nice area, but you will see plenty of crashes. We saw Max Verstappen have a crash in free practice 3 last year, or the year before that, into turn 15 and 16. We saw Nicholas Latifi in free practice 3 do it today, so that will catch you out. And then obviously Casino Square turns 18 and 19 before you come down the start finish straight again. But Chris, how beautiful is Monaco?
It's beautiful when you're not racing. I will say that. Not an F1 car. Unless you know how to drive an F1 car properly.
Yeah.
Unlike some people, Mazepin.
Yeah, but Mazepin, I do expect to have probably.
This is going to be exciting for finding it because it's going to be anyone's pole position. I'm telling you, the way Mercedes have been, Mercedes are struggling.
I was just about to say, looking at the times, let's look at free practice 1. This was first practice. So Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, and Max Verstappen in the top 3. Free practice 2, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen is top 4. Then the last one, the most important one, free practice 3 is Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. Lewis is struggling. But we are 5 minutes away from the start of qualifying. But Chris, I mean, normally if you qualify pole, you go on to win the race, don't you?
Indeed. Especially when, if Spain was tough in the last race, well, Monaco has just done that even more tougher to overtake. And you basically need to qualify in the front row. In the front row, I think you're in within a good chance of winning the race.
Yes, 100%. Just looking at Monaco, you can see behind us anyway on the background, Monaco. You will not get a more beautiful setting for Formula One. The swimming pool area is going to catch people out, but we weren't here last season. We're back at Monaco, but as we always do before qualifying, we do our predictions. So, Chris, who is going to be your top 3 today?
I think Verstappen will get pole.
Yep.
Because I think he's more used to the track at the moment than Mercedes. I think Mercedes doesn't struggle in qualifying.
I agree.
Second, I've done for Charles Leclerc in his home Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you can say he's friends, but it's the same thing. Whatever.
No, he's Montaguese. This is his home Grand Prix. He classes it as he flies with the Monaco flag. So no, this is his home Grand Prix.
So
the French can't take him.
Verstappen first, Charles Leclerc second, and third. It's a toss of a coin between Hamilton and Sainz.
See, I don't think it is. I think Max will get pole. I think Charles Leclerc will get second, and I think Carlos Sainz will get P3. The Ferraris have looked very, very strong at Monaco, very strong. Right? They've been consistently up there all weekend. I'll be shocked if Ferrari don't get two in the top. So this could be a very good race for Ferrari. We haven't looked at any of the other.
You know what? Yeah, I'm done with Prix. Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't looked at some of the other big news. Obviously, Schumacher won't be in qualifying today after his crash in free practice 3, which is exactly what Lewis says here. No Schumacher for qualifying. Indeed, no Schumacher. That is correct. Obviously, we also have McLaren. They are doing their different chassis in terms of their paint job, basically. Going a bit old school, which is going to be nice to watch. But let's look at free practice 3. Some of the results here. Esteban Ocon near the bottom of the grid. Alpine not doing a great. Well, Ocon not doing a great job. Where's Alonso? But both Alpines not doing a great job here. Obviously, Max Verstappen 14 points from Lewis. He needs to start closing that gap down in the Drivers' Championship, but way ahead of Valtteri Bottas, who is 33 points behind him already. 33, that is a madness. But some of the other big ones, Vettel in 10th. Could we see Vettel do something? I think we could. Daniel Ricciardo all the way down in 13th. He's going to need to pull something out of the bag if he's to get out of Q2. Kimi Raikkonen looking very, very strong. In fact, both Alfa Romeos are looking very, very strong. The Haas team still working on Mick Schumacher's car, but again, Mick Schumacher will not be in qualifying, so he will start at the back of the grid in the race tomorrow. Yuki Tsunoda, the first time he is going to be driving around Monaco in a Formula One car, as is Nikita Mazepin, who is also the first time he's driven around Monte Carlo in a Formula One car. Lance Stroll, you'd expect Lance Stroll to do something and potentially to out-qualify Sebastian, you would expect. But the big shock of the weekend is the Mercedes off the pace. Mercedes are struggling around Monaco. But we are about to start Q1. I've got 10 seconds to go. What about you, Chris?
Yes, we're in sync with each other.
Excellent. Lewis saying, is Latifi okay to qualify? Yes, he is. Latifi is out there. Both the Williams will be qualifying, and Russell leads to pack out. Track position is going to be crucial around Monaco, as we're probably around about going to see now. But no, look, Q1 has started. Remember, the bottom 5 drivers eliminated in Q1. So you don't have to look for pole position. You don't have to look for even getting in the top 10. You just have to make sure that you get out of Q1 so you're not in that drop zone. It's only in Q3 that you need to worry about where you actually are, as long as you're not in that drop zone. But as we see, we're following the Alfa Romeo, I think, of Kimi Räikkönen, if I remember correctly, coming past or down the hill, down to turn 6, turn 5 and turn 6. It's one of them weird ones, isn't it?
Very weird indeed.
You excited for this one? I mean, it is Monaco, so anything can happen. Let's just be very clear around
it's one
that.
It's one of the Grand Prix I look forward to in real life. In real life. Not on the bloody F1 day. I bloody hate it on F1 day.
I love Monaco. Love Monaco.
If it's real life, then yeah, I love it. Just I love the chaos. The chaos of it.
I love it, even if it's not real life. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with this. But it's George Russell. George Russell is first out to be setting the time. But yeah, sorry, I cut in there.
It is a track that does cast you out. Because one mistake, you're done, basically. You're fucked.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I do hear that. I'm just getting the circuit that I need to download. There we go. Save image. Sorted.
I just think it suits Verstappen, this track.
Yeah. No, it does. It does.
Tight.
Yes, it is. It is a very tight track. There is always that ability to crash your car multiple times. The track doesn't change often, does it? That's for sure. It doesn't. It tries not to catch too many people out. But George Russell, obviously purple in both sectors, but that is only the start of things. So we will have to wait and see what he does. Obviously, as you'd expect, Q1 for George Russell. I wouldn't expect anything other than that. But yeah, let's see what we get here. As I just download my track guide that I need to sort of see. Kimi Räikkönen goes pole. Kimi Räikkönen already straight away in there for pole. Well, Giovinazzi then just does him in as well. But what have we got here? As I try to continue to download this thing that is not downloading for me, which is rather fucking annoying.
Kimi Räikkönen's basically the Gianluigi Buffon of F1.
He's the what? Unbelievable. No, I don't want 98. looking at the old pictures of Monaco, they haven't fucking changed the track in the slightest. It's very similar, very bloody similar. That's all I will say.
To be fair, they don't really need to change it that much. But
like, how do you change a street circuit, Chris? How do you actually change a street circuit? I don't think that's physically possible.
Yeah, physically possible.
It's simply not possible for me. It's one of them, but I have got what I need. It's very small though, so we will have to see. Actually, there we go. I'll download that one.
You never know. Mercedes might just be sunbathing again. Because
They have done that before, haven't they? So
yeah.
it wouldn't actually surprise me.
But I just think, but even though you can't judge practice too much, I just think practice is kind of important still. Getting used to the track and all that. And
Yeah, no, it is. You're not wrong. And
but
what we got here?
But it's done be. I think this is the most exciting qualifying session so far because you don't know where who's gonna be where.
Yeah, no, you are dead right.
Because even when people say, "Oh, Verstappen's down T-pole," you never know. He might end up making a mistake, and that's him out
I
of
mean,
qualifying
we
session.
can hope that he gets pole, but no, you are dead right. Very much.
We might see a few surprises as well.
Mm.
Some
Maybe.
some unexpected drivers to be in Q3, but I just think it'd be the usual in Q3. The people you probably expect.
Mm. No, I hear that. I do hear that. Indeed. Just trying to. It's fucking horrific. Yeah. I'm just trying to sort out this thing, but it's not doing it. That's doing my head in. That is doing my head in. Completely doing my head in. But what have we got here? As Lewis Hamilton is on a fast lap. Lewis Hamilton only third behind Bottas and Lance Stroll in Q1, which is not ideal for him, is it? It's not ideal for Lewis to be that far down. But as I say, it is Q1 and Verstappen going pole, well, going first in Q1. So again, I have to emphasize, it doesn't matter where you finish as long as you're not in the drop zone in Q2, in Q1. So you don't have to worry about that at all. You just have to make sure that you're basically you're there. That's all you want to do. You just want to make sure that you are where you're meant to be, where you are meant to be. But if you are watching on Twitter, please do join us on YouTube as we give you commentary of today's Formula One race. My thing is just doing my head, so I'm just going to keep it with that one. It's fully done my head. I there's so many things I've got that try to. I hate technology sometimes. I do hate technology. But if you're also watching on YouTube and you haven't liked the video yet, I'm not even angry. I'm just going to be disappointed. I'm just very disappointed. That's what I will say. I'm just a little bit disappointed in you. I expected better. Kimi does a bit of a lock up into Q1, into turn one. The driver at risk at the moment, George Russell down in 15th, Vettel and Mick Schumacher obviously not set a time yet. Mick Schumacher won't set a time, so only 4 of you will go out of this qualifying session, but Schumacher will be classed as one of them. Charles Leclerc comes across the line, and Charles Leclerc goes to P3. Carlos Sainz, if anyone didn't realize, is in turn one, not turn one.
First and Q1.
It's because today I've been doing God knows what everything. My head's not in it. Lewis coming through sector 2.
Getting all your screens ready and all that.
Yeah, I was awfully unprepared for this. Coming through the swimming pool area. Nicely hits the apex, but still again struggling a little bit all the way down in 7th, really. And there's I thought there was going to be a bit of traffic there, but it's not. He's just okay. Coming across the start finish straight, and Lewis into 4th. So he does set a better time. Looking at Lando Norris in the newly painted McLaren. And Norris goes P1 with a 111.3. Verstappen absolutely obliterates it with a 111.1. Some Max really showing them what to do. around here so far. And Sergio Perez into P6. So we'll have a little bit of a time where the drivers aren't on track now. I would say I'd get the driver tracker up, but to be brutally honest, around Monaco, you don't really bloody need it. So I'm not even going to bother with the driver tracker this weekend because it's Monaco. As Valtteri Bottas comes into the swimming pool area again. And they're just showing. So you've got Bottas on a fast lap and they decide to show us what's going on in the pit lane. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Bottas goes purple in sector 2, comes across or down the start finish straight across the line, and Bottas into into P1 with a 1:10.9. That is a good lap. That is a very, very good lap from Valtteri Bottas, and maybe Bottas is finding a little bit more around this circuit than Lewis Hamilton, as Gasly is currently 10th. Comes across sector 1 and 2, now into sector 3, into Casino Square. This is, and through the last corner, hits the apex slightly there, comes across start finish straight, and that will be enough for P6. Gasly P6. Charles Leclerc now into Charles Leclerc in P5, comes across Casino Square now into the last corner, hits the apex perfectly, down the start finish straight across the line, and Charles Leclerc goes second with a 1:11.1. So the drivers are finding a little bit more. Lewis Hamilton in green sector 1, yellow sector 2, into the swimming pool, now into Casino Square. And what is Lewis going to do here? He's abandoned the lap, I think. Lewis has abandoned the lap.
Yep.
Looking at the Vettel in the Aston Martin, Lewis is really going slowly there. God knows what Lewis was doing there. Vettel across the start finish straight, and Vettel is in 10th there with a 1:12.0. Perez setting an absolutely dog shit time. Yellow sector 1, yellow sector 2, into Casino Square we go with Sergio Perez. I mean, this is going to be a dog shit lap, I'm being honest with you now. Out into last corner, down the start finish straight, and again, that is poor. That is a 1:11.6, only as good for 8th for Sergio Perez there, as we're on board with George Russell across start finish straight, and George Russell goes 12th with a 1:12.4. It's certainly getting a bit exciting, isn't it, Chris?
Indeed. Super Saturday Russell. If you want to show us mad shit then in Saturday.
Yeah, George Russell does love a good Saturday, doesn't he? He's never been out-qualified by his teammate in a Williams. Obviously, Bottas did out-qualify him at the Sakir Grand Prix last season. But that when George Russell should have won, but Mercedes on purpose took it away from him because Mercedes are a bunch of see you next Tuesdays. Toto Wolff, go fuck yourself. Lewis Hamilton, go fuck yourself. Yes, one Brit that doesn't like Lewis Hamilton. I know, it's utterly shocking. But before anyone says, oh, that's a bit racist, I actually like other people other than Lewis. I just find him a bit of a twat, to be brutally honest with you now. But Charles Leclerc, second, 0.175 tenths off Valtteri Bottas. Charles Leclerc really struggling in sector 2 by looks of it compared to the Mercedes as we watch Carlos Sainz currently 5th. No chance of being knocked out. The bottom 5 at the moment: Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, Nicolas Latifi, Nikita Mazepin, and Mick Schumacher, with 4 minutes to go. Carlos Sainz with a yellow sector 1. Lots and lots of traffic there for Carlos Sainz. Lots of traffic there. An absolute dog shit sector 2. So much traffic.
He has to abandon it now.
Yeah, he's abandoned that lap. Carlos Sainz abandoning that lap. Jesus Christ, it is going to be tight. It's going to get tight now as everyone puts in their banker laps trying to get out of Q1. Sonoda is the driver at risk at the moment. But both Alpines doing an absolute awful job at the moment, aren't they? Down in 16th and 17th respectively.
Yeah, it's like considering they done well, was it in Spain or the race before? Some of these teams are just inconsistent. Sometimes at different tracks,
Yeah.
like some tracks will suit them, some tracks won't suit them. So, but
Big up to my man RJ, the host of the United Show. If you haven't checked out the United Show yet, make sure you do that after qualifying. Actually, don't do that after qualifying because you want to watch Transfer Talk at 3 p.m. Do it after Transfer Talk. We've got about a 4-hour gap between Transfer Talk and our special stream later tonight, which I will reveal very, very soon. But yeah, Chris, what were you saying?
Yeah, it's just basically with some of these teams. I was just saying, some of these teams suit some tracks, but then don't suit other tracks. It's like,
yeah,
maybe down to the car, but I don't know. I think the Alpine, I think one of them might get knocked out, but at the same time, I won't be shocked if both of them survive Q1.
O'Connor's now got to 12th. It certainly ain't going to be driver ability. I mean, look, it's not one that it certainly won't be driver ability. Is it the one I'm coming on for? It is, Lewis. It is. RJ saying, have a good stream, lads. We will do. And thank you for joining in. Please make sure you have liked the video as well. 1 minute 37 seconds go in Q1. The driver at risk is currently Kimi Räikkönen. How at risk, I don't know, because it's a little bit of a gap between Räikkönen's time of and Latifi's time. There's a big gap there. That is for sure.
On board with Hamilton now.
Yep, looking at Lewis.
Oh, he's struggling, isn't he? Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's not having the greatest time of his life, is he?
Always Monaco, isn't it? It seems to be
it is.
Everyone's nightmare. Not everyone's, but yeah, at least one driver's nightmare.
I've decided to put the driver tracker on. I do have the driver tracker. I think. Yes, I do. I do have the driver tracker, which is what we love to see. We love to see it. As I vote for who... Oh, I've just turned it off. Aren't I a clever boy? But Q1 with only 17 seconds to go. Kimi Räikkönen coming across the line. What can Kimi Räikkönen do? Kimi goes 9th with a 1:11.8, which is very good. Now he puts his teammate Antonio Giovinazzi at risk. This is getting a bit hairy for him. George Russell doesn't improve. That is a dog shit time there, not 1:17. Giovinazzi goes 9th. The driver at risk now, Esteban Ocon. Ocon goes 10th. The driver at risk is now Sebastian Vettel. Nikita Mazepin, as you can imagine, is not going to be improving his time as we watch him come across the... Well, he's going into Casino Square as we speak. And then through the last corner, down the start-finish straight, across the line, Nikita Mazepin. And as you can imagine, is staying 19th for a 1:12.9. Tsunoda only up to 16th for a 1:12.0. What can Fernando Alonso do? Alonso
said it before,
only 17th with a 1:12.2. The only person who can knock out Sebastian Vettel, Latifi. What does Latifi do? Latifi comes across the line, stays 18th with a 1:12.3. So the drivers that are out of Q1 is Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Nicholas Latifi, Nikita Mazepin, and Mick Schumacher. That was a bit mad. That was indeed a bit mad. No one else needs to put in a banker. No one else can improve. That is Q1 done. Fernando Alonso is the biggest name of them that are out. Look, Chris, we'll start with you. Well, start with you. You're the only one here at the moment. But Chris, what have you made of that? Fernando Alonso out in Q1.
Very surprising with the caliber of the name he is, Fernando Alonso. But I think it's like I said before. I think I said before. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Alpines got knocked out. But I did say I should still expect them to survive Q1, but that wasn't the case. So very, very disappointing from Fernando Alonso in qualifying one.
Would you sack him?
Yeah, yes, sack him. Why did he come back in the first place?
Yeah, I don't understand why he stayed back. God knows what my phone is doing. I'm going to reset my phone.
But yeah, I think maybe he got bored, so I just thought, well, may as well come back in.
Money, isn't it?
Yeah, money. It's the same. It's like same with darts. When I watch darts, Wayne van Barneveld, why the hell did he come back? For the money. So it's kind of like that.
Do darts people normally have to retire? Because I'm pretty sure you could probably play darts into your 60s and still be able to throw it at a dartboard. I'm only guessing.
Well, yeah.
It can't be the most strenuous of sports, is it?
Unless you Phil Taylor and you won everything, then you don't have to come back. Right.
Well, yeah, but it's not exactly the most of strenuous of activities, isn't it? Darts. No disrespect to darts people.
It's better when fans are there. Of course, it is when.
Well, that's the same with any sport. I mean, can you even class darts as a sport? Like, do we? I mean, it's normally something I play in the pub with a pint or 7 down me. So, even though I do have a darts board there, I do occasionally throw darts on my own.
But that's more. Yeah. That's more if you got a picture of someone on the dartboard.
Well, yeah, I haven't put Stephen Featley on there yet, but I am considering it. But talking of that, dickhead, don't check out his. That would upset you. Rat face. We do love a bit of rat face. But qualifying, Monaco. Q1 done. Russell into Q2 again. He's always in Q2. And very rarely does George Russell not get Q2. As Williams, how do you think Williams are doing at the moment? I think they're doing all right.
Yeah, I think they've been much better than this season, haven't they? Right. They're getting better and better as a team. This is probably what you expect, really, after a few years of being downhill.
Yeah.
And they're getting slightly better. I think that's down to probably George Russell, the leader of the pack.
Yeah. Do you think that this is now Williams on the up? Obviously, they were sold last year to the American company. Not all the companies are like Glazers, FYI. But do you see this as an upward trajectory for Williams, or do you still expect him to be struggling come next season? Obviously, new rules coming in next season as well, isn't it? So plenty to get our teeth into.
Because next year everyone's going to be closer to each other. Mercedes, Red Bull, closer to each other, etc.
Yeah.
And I think Williams, it's an upwards move for him when they got sold. They are a big name. They are a big name in F1 history. And I hope so. I hope the door on the upwards turns then. The door upwards. So
let's have a little listen to some team radio as we wait for Q2. This is Esteban Ocon.
Okay, so that's finishing P10. That's safe. Probably good enough.
Esteban Ocon just saying that he's safe. He's fairly happy. Yuki Tsunoda.
And P16 Yuki, P16 now we're out. We were 20 milliseconds to P15.
As they just are telling Yuki what they're doing. And we are ready for Q2.
3-1. 3-1 Brentford.
Fuck you.
2 minutes to go, I think.
Chris has been relegated.
Indeed.
I hope Palace smack you 7-0. Chris won't be here tomorrow because Chris is one of the lucky few people to be able to sit at Anfield and watch Jurgen Klopp bottle top 4, won't you?
Well,
Excited?
Well, I hope that's not the case. Otherwise, I'll be having words.
What with Jurgen? Chris just casually walks into the changing room and just casually has a word with Jurgen. Jurgen, I'm not very happy at this. What have you done? If you weren't watching the first 11 yesterday, I did put You'll Never Walk Alone into forward watch. Basically because when a player is having a bad time, you make them walk alone. So, I did get some shit for that as well. What was even better was there was 2 Liverpool fans on the stream with us. That was beautiful. Those tears. I live off tears. It makes me happy. So if you do send me hate, just remember I love it.
I watched a bit of the first 11. I think I watched the start of it where...
See, I did it at the end. I wanted the last word. Q2 started, though.
It was when Idal was on the one.
He always gets triggered by me. I'm starting to think he doesn't like me. But as we hear Q2, we've had Q1 already. But what have we got here is they're all just doing their sort of laps. There's no one not in the pits at the moment. God knows what it's saying with lap times. It's saying Norris has set a lap of a 16 minutes 16 hours 16 minutes 37 seconds and all of that. A bit of a long lap from Lando there. A very, very long lap. He probably ought to have a little look at what he's doing there. Or the driver track has messed up, because if you're taking 16 minutes to get around this track, I don't even think it would take me 16 minutes in a Mini. I'd be ragging the Mini around the streets of Monaco. I would if there's one track I do absolutely want to drive at one day, that would be Monaco. Just drive a car really angry around the streets of Monaco. Although I don't think they do track days at Monaco, do they? Because it is technically street. So I'll have to go to Brands Hatch instead. Brands Hatch is beautiful as well. And
it's like...
if there's British touring cars and there's no Formula 1 that weekend and there's no real football, I will be doing some British touring cars, watchalongs, all day watchalong, which is about 8 hours straight. You never know. As Chris being my motorsports advisor, he might pop his head in a few times. You never know. Do you watch touring cars, Chris?
No, I don't watch much of it. I only watch it. I only watch it when nothing's on, basically.
No, you should definitely. What I would recommend you do is watch it live first. Watch it live. It's just the sounds of the engines, the smell of the rubber. Oh, it's beautiful. My dad took me to Thruxton, and I loved it that much, so we decided to do the end of season at Brands Hatch as well. Fuck me, it was freezing cold though. Very, very cold. Lewis saying what's happening with Alonso. He's out. Sorry, I just saw that. My apologies. But yeah, I did Brands Hatch. It was very, very cold. It was a Grand Prix circuit. Me and my dad are looking at hopefully going back there again at the end of this season, which would be absolutely beautiful to do. FYI, don't take donuts. They get a bit, especially the ones with the stuff on the top. Don't work. Leclerc goes for P1 with a 111.0. Carlos Sainz with a 110.8. Bottas coming through Casino Square now. And what does Valtteri do? Valtteri comes across start finish straight, and he will not be Q. He's P4. Verstappen P3 with 111.04. So very, very close. It's very close between the Ferraris and the Red Bull. Hamilton with a 1.4 with a 111.1 into P4. But no, it's going to be an interesting one. Very much going to be an interesting one. If you haven't heard, we are going to be live at 3 p.m. or just after 3 p.m. with Transfer Talk. Some interesting things to talk about. Fabrizio Romano has been doing a little bit of chatting, so we'll have a little look at what Fabrizio has said. FYI, he says something about Sancho, so you might want to tune in. Sancho one step away from making a signing with a team.
You might want to pay Fabrizio Romano to come on. Who knows?
No, I don't. I'll just watch his interviews from other people that pay him to go on. To be brutally honest, it does the job. FYI, big up to United Stand where I saw this interview from. But yeah, look, you lot keep paying him. I'll just keep taking the shit. Anyway, once it's in the live domain, anyone can talk about it. That's all I'll say. It's not like it's not like I've put exclusive interview of Fabrizio, because that'd be just. There's clickbait and then there's just pure outlying. That would just be pure outlying. I've clickbaited once. It was. Do you remember Fabrizio Romano? He was doing an interview, and you might have seen it. He did an interview, and I said interview live. I got like over 700 views on that day. I picked up like 20 or 30 subscribers as well. It was buzzing day. But back to the Formula One. Instead of me telling you how I clickbait. hey, there's always an element of truth in my titles. That's all I will say. Verstappen really killing it though. Purple sector 1, purple sector 2, through the last corner and across, down the start finish straight, across the line. Verstappen is really killing this now. Verstappen, he's going to go P1, and he does with a 110.6. 110.6, beautiful from him. Sergio Perez with a 111.1. He's struggling a little bit there. Traffic's probably going to be a bit of a bitch here as Bottas comes out of the last corner, down the start finish straight, and what can Valtteri do? It's a bit untidy there. He ain't going to be P1. P5 with a 111.0. Big up to Liam, though. Big up to Liam. If you haven't checked out his channel, do check out his channel. And if a thumbnail looks familiar, I say nothing. Can't believe my Watchalong got over 400 views. Very happy with that. You deserve it, mate. You absolutely do deserve it. For anyone that doesn't know, Liam did a League 2 Morecambe Tranmere Watchalong. And over 400 views for that one. So big up to Liam as well. He's on the YouTube grind as well.
Yeah, he's doing watch-alongs recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he started doing a few more watch-alongs recently. It's like nice to see. We'll be covering all the Euros on this channel. We've got all the home nations being covered.
Dear.
Friendlies. What?
No, I'm on about the Euros. What's in our country? Oh dear.
Oh, the Euros.
Yeah.
We're football's coming home, boys. Just in case anyone wasn't aware of that, football is coming home. No driver is out on track at the moment.
If Mason Greenwood's in the squad, then I might agree with you.
If Mason Greenwood's in the squad, football's coming home, and I'm gonna love my summer. But if he isn't, then I'm hiring a hitman for Southgate. Roman, I think Roman has a good hitman, so I'll have a word with him. Out on track, the only one out on track, Pierre Gasly. This might actually be quite a smart move from Pierre. Going out when the track is really quiet, no one out there. This might be a smart move, you know. I mean, the track won't be at optimum level, but it makes sense, and he's not the only one. George Russell now coming out. George Russell, Williams having the same idea.
It's just chaos all being on the same track at the same time in Monaco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a few teams were having the start. So Esteban Ocon looks like he's going to be coming out early. Liam saying England versus Austria is another stream I'm doing, so hopefully that gets lots of views and dark stream as well on Monday night, 6:55 p.m. start. I'll definitely pop in to them. I think we might be doing England as well, but you never know. Trust me, Liam. There's plenty of views for everyone on YouTube. That's what I found out. And you we'll just get the ones from SV to go onto your channel, because they definitely won't be popping on mine. That's for sure. Agenda, I think so. But all the bottom 5 are out. So George Russell, Kimi Raikkonen, Esteban Ocon, they're all coming out now. But as you would expect, Pierre Gasly is on a fast lap, but he's all right. Ocon is far ahead. But the one guy that is on an outlap and they're not bothering to show him around the track, which is mightily beautiful, much appreciated from Formula One's cameras there, you bunch of bellends. As we watch some more people just driving around, I want to see what Pierre Gasly's doing. Pierre Gasly is coming down there. He's in the for fuck's sake, you tossers. I want to watch Pierre Gasly. He's actually on a fast lap. I presume these people haven't got a clue what they're doing. Fans back at Monaco, though. Fans are back at Monaco, so that's nice to see.
Indeed.
Remember, obviously, there was no fans, but there was no race last year, was there? So Pierre Gasly coming out of the last corner. Now they fucking show him. Bit of team radio for Pierre. As Pierre now starts his fast lap.
Traffic, I think. Don't know.
Oh, traffic. I mean, we'll see what Pierre is saying. But is the weather going in? Chris, it might rain.
Well.
Listen, guys, just in case the Monaco qualifying session wasn't interesting enough, there's really dark clouds.
Yeah, great.
Oh dear, Pierre Gasly coming through the chicane there.
Well, it won't bother
down into turn 12.
It won't bother for stopping too much. He loves to win.
Nah, he does like rain. Lewis will cry like a little bitch, though. Where's Lewis? Oh, Lewis is P6. Wow. Wow. Ouch. Mercedes really struggling. And FYI, if you qualify badly in qualifying, guess what? Your race ain't going to be much of an improvement.
Nope.
Pierre Gasly goes 9th with a 1:11.3. And here is the team radio.
We're likely to have traffic in our pit lap.
Lucky to have traffic, he's saying. Lucky to have traffic. They love the traffic around here. As we see what everyone does. 2 minutes of the session to go. Currently, drivers in the knockouts are Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Giovinazzi, George Russell, and Kimi Raikkonen. Driver at risk, Daniel Ricciardo in 10th. He is set a 1:11.6.
Brentford in the final.
Fuck you. I'm fuming. Brentford are cheats. I hope you get relegated. So Lewis Hamilton on a fast lap, but gets a bit of traffic from not George Russell, Pierre Gasly, but gets out the way quite quickly. Fastest in sector 1, fastest in sector 2. Way off Verstappen though. Very much off Verstappen. More traffic, even more of it. Love the traffic. Now, someone hold him up, please. Lewis comes across start, finish straight, and Lewis 6th with a 1:11.1. Not good enough to get ahead of Lando, who is 1:11.0. And here, we're talking of Lando. Let's have a little look at Lando, shall we? Lando coming around the Casino Square. Out of the last corner, down the start, finish straight. What's Lando Norris going to do? Lando, across start, finish straight. Lando doesn't improve. Not great there. Charles Leclerc Green sector 1, purple sector 2, into Casino Square here. Down and through the last corner, down the start-finish straight, across the start, the line.
Brilliant.
And Charles Leclerc, a P1 where 110.5. Very tight between him and Max. Very, very bloody tight. Driver at risk, Daniel Ricciardo. Kimi Raikkonen out of the last corner, down the start-finish straight, across the line. And Kimi Raikkonen is 11th, doesn't get out of Q2.
Ooh,
Giovinazzi 10th, knocks out Daniel Ricciardo at the moment. What can Esteban Ocon do? Esteban Ocon down the start-finish straight, across the line.
Ricciardo's out.
And Esteban Ocon is 11th. Daniel Ricciardo is out of Q2. Can Stroll or George Russell knock out Giovinazzi? Stroll comes across. Oh, no, that's Verstappen. Verstappen does not improve. Here comes Lance Stroll out of the last corner, down the start-finish straight. And Lance Stroll only 13 per 111.6, so he is out. Perez, currently sitting 8th across start-finish straight. He goes to 5th. Hamilton down in 7th at the moment. This is beautiful to see. Beautiful. And that is it. That is it. George Russell, I think, is out. Is George setting a lap time? He is. George, I think, is setting a lap time. I think he is. If he is, he's going fucking slowly. No, I think he's...
Oh, is he back in the pits?
Might be. I'm just checking the driver tracker now.
He's in the pits.
What, George?
Yep.
Yeah, he's bottled it. Not bottled it, but he's out. All right, what we got here? Brentford, indeed. How is Team Mercedes doing? Team Mercedes struggling a lot. They're very much struggling. The fight for pole next, this is going to be a good one. This is very much going to be a good one. I look forward to it indeed. Liam saying the thing about the thing is the Tramia stream is that when I finished the stream, it ended on 87 views, and then 10 minutes later it was over 100. Then I thought it wouldn't go up anymore, but it did. It did, Liam. It did. You did a good job there. You did a very good job there. Which is great to see. It is. He abandoned his lap. He did. But me and Chris are going to bring you the Q3. It's a bit mad. It's very much a bit mad. Very exciting. Who, having seen the laps, are you changing your mind or are you sticking with your top 3?
I'm sticking with my top 3. I think Verstappen, Paul, Leclerc second,
You're being brave.
And Sainz third. I just think Mercedes. I think Nico Rosberg said it after practice 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just scored to win Mercedes, and I don't really see them.
He had a little bit of a grin as he said that as well. I'm just gonna say that, like, there's definitely no love.
It's when he said Lewis Hamilton's name. He had a twin, didn't he?
Yeah, just in case anyone don't realise, Nico still doesn't like Lewis too much for reasons. But if you are watching on Twitter, please join us on YouTube. And please subscribe. If you are new and you haven't subscribed, I'm very upset because we work very hard for you. And as I said, you want to see what we're going to get up to in the Euros stream at 8 p.m. A very good one. A very, very good one. I'm very excited about it. That is for sure. Lewis saying my top 3, Verstappen, Leclerc and Norris.
Good shout.
It's a shout, but I don't think Norris will. Mercedes is really struggling around here. The engines, that is, not the cars. Well, the cars are also struggling, but Mercedes not having a great time around here. Lando down in 6th at the moment, so I don't know about that. I think both Ferraris are probably going to get into a top 3. I mean, Red Bull will be hoping that Sergio Perez can finally be doing his job that he's paid to do. As they're just showing on boards with it just for me it looks like Max has got the car under him just a little bit more.
We can all agree for Verstappen sort of put the car this season so far.
Yeah, that is. Lewis is just ahead as they go into the tunnel, but it's into the tunnel, very, very close, as you can imagine. Down into a chicane. Where does Lewis again ahead as they go into the chicane? Where's he losing all his fucking time? Ah, I see it. I think I see it. Yeah, Lewis is losing his time in the chicane. As you know, as you come out the tunnel and down into a chicane, Lewis is losing a lot of time. His car's swinging around. The back end is swinging like a merry-go-round. So yeah, Lewis is actually, in fact, losing all of his time in the pits. It's a bit, not in the pits, in the chicane. A bit mad there. Very much a bit mad there. It was good to see. I was wondering where Lewis was losing all his fucking time. Half a second he's losing to Max at the moment, which is just a complete madness. Pure madness. But we are nearly ready for qualifying. Well, Q3. This is qualifying. This is Q3. As I said, 3 p.m. or straight after this, after me and Chris have wrapped up, I'll be back live with Transfer Talk. So make sure you tune in for that one as well. And they're just about to start Q3 now. They've reset it. Q3, the fight for pole, race for pole.
I think the sprint races don't be interesting when it comes about.
First one is at Silverstone, so should be a good one. I mean, are you excited for it?
Yes. At first, I wasn't a fan of it, but it's something new, so let's see how it does. But yeah, I'm excited to see it as it's a new idea. So
I like the idea of just racing, pure racing. Although on them days we're gonna have to. We will stream the qualifying for the sprint race and the big race. So that one will be good. Lewis saying you happy about double Austria again? Yeah, I have no issue with it. Austria is not a bad track, is it? Very quick.
Nah.
Well, you're not happy with it, or you're not bothered about it?
No, I'm happy with it. I'm not, because it's a good track, as you say, and it's just basically
I'd have preferred the double at Silverstone, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Silverstone is sick.
It's basically the same as last year, and it's what you expect from F1. Like, some countries are going to pull out because of COVID reasons, and it is what it is.
Amadeep saying it would be very Hamilton to get pole now. It would, but I don't hold his chances very high. But big up to Amadeep, always in here for Formula One watch-alongs, which we do love to see. And Lewis saying, I'm delighted. Brentford won. Yes, I know, RJ. I'm not happy. FYI, people, don't put where people finish in the comments because it ruins it for us. Lewis saying, what's your favourite track on the calendar? Silverstone. I'm very British. I love Silverstone. What about you, Chris, as we are starting?
Yeah, as a Britishman, obviously Silverstone. But I do like Singapore and Monaco. It's the twin Grand Prix I want to go to. Singapore, especially under the night time. Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant to watch with a night wait.
Yeah, that is Spa. Amadeep saying Spa. Spa's a shout. I do. Yeah. I love the names escape me. You know what I'm on about. That first corner.
Yeah, I know what.
It escapes me. It really does escape me a lot of the time. You know what I'm on about, though.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. I just forgot the bloody name.
Bloody, what is that name? I'm always saying it.
Someone in the comments.
Yeah, name me that lovely. Oh fuck! The name has escaped me. The name has escaped me completely. I'm completely escaped. The name has done me.
But yeah, the Belgian track is good cornflake.
Yeah, far
especially when you
Eau Rouge.
Yeah,
Eau
that's it.
Rouge Radion, yes, it's very good. I love that part. It's brilliant. If you do it on the games, you go flat out. It's like, oh. Max saying I'll join if you want. Now, this one is just going to be me and Chris because of how quickly we are keeping up with things. But we have got transfer talk at 3 p.m. Plenty of other stuff as well. But please make sure you're keeping in the comments because we do appreciate that as well. Lewis saying Austria for me. Eau Rouge, insane in Spa. It is insane. It's such a good one. As I keep, I'm trying to link my driver tracker. It's not going very well.
Verstappen
transfer talk. Yeah, the link's always in the chat for transfer talk. So if you do want to jump in for that one, Lewandowski to Chelsea looking like a possibility. No, it's not. That one is not happening. Lewandowski doesn't want to join the Premier League. He is a fraud. He's bottled it. He's bottled the Premier League.
I can't see him joining the Premier League now.
He's bottled it, mate. He's bottled it. Max Verstappen currently pole with a 1:10.5 is what we've got there. Bottas with a 1:10.6. Giovinazzi. Oh, fuck me. I didn't even realise Giovinazzi got into Q3. Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo is P3. Gasly P4.
Giovinazzi surprises a few people, doesn't he? Like, I start seeing
he just sneaks in there, doesn't he? It's a bit like when Arsenal fans try sneaking in Jack Grealish as a summer transfer target. It's like, oh yeah, chuck you there. Fine, seeing you sneaking a little bit Jack Grealish there, but it's like Giovinazzi sneaking in there. Are you Giovinazzi?
He's a hard one to call, Giovinazzi. He's an all-right driver.
Yeah,
he just doesn't do it consistently enough. That's what I mean.
Yeah, just sneaks in there, doesn't he? He's not a bad driver, not a bad one. Carlos Sainz with a purple sector 1, as we see what he's doing. Sector 2, does he go purple? Charles Leclerc goes purple there.
Carlos Sainz to a win at some point in his career.
Charles Leclerc out of the final chicane down the start finish straight, crossed the line, and Charles Leclerc pole with a 1:10.3. Carlos Sainz out down the start finish straight, across the line, third with a 1:10.6. So Max is currently not. Lewis is P5 with a 1:11.0. Suck on that, Lewis. Suck on that, you bastard. And guess what? Sergio Perez is P6. A bit mad. Arsenal are in pole position to get Harry Kane. I see that. It's a very legit transfer story, that is. Very, very legit. But Arsenal fans, if there are any Arsenal fans watching, how pissed off are you that you let Harry Kane walk out of your youth academy? Unlucky dickheads. Although, to be fair, we all know that if he stayed at Arsenal, it would probably be a Benteke. It'd just be a BTEC Benteke or Lacazette. Bottas P3, we're 1:10.3. I think that is 1:10.6. I do apologise. I lied.
Yeah, Bottas is getting used to the track more better than Hamilton.
This is very much true. Looking at Lando Norris. Armadeep, stop doing that to Arsenal. Watch Arsenal bid £120 million and £1 for Harry Kane. Daniel Levy probably accepts pounds. He probably buys a pack of Haribo. But Lando Norris out of the final corner, down the start finish straight, across the line. Lando,
fifth.
P5, fifth with a 1:10.8.
Above Lewis Hamilton. Ooh.
Yes. Lewis down in 7th. Well done, Lewis. Lewis doing an absolutely cracking job at bottling Monaco's Grand Prix. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Mercedes, well, Lewis especially doing shit. Lewis is finally finished as a Formula One driver, I think.
Vettel doesn't see Vettel doing well in qualifying.
Yeah, P8, isn't he? They're sending out Max Verstappen.
5 minutes to
With
go.
5 minutes to go. They're going to send him out on a clear track. Pierre Gasly also going out.
You said 5 seconds.
5 seconds, yes. With 5 seconds to go, Max is out. I mean 5 minutes. I do apologise. But Max Verstappen going out on a clear track. Bit unusual, a bit unorthodox, but it's Monaco, so that does make an awful lot of sense.
To be fair,
Hamilton finished pole last time we were in Monaco in 2019.
Yeah. Ricardo as well.
Ricardo, Raikkonen. They're all coming out. They're all coming out now. Every single last one of them are coming out in the track now. Here it comes. Here is the big bit. Charles Leclerc out. Last pole was in the 2019 Mexican Grand Prix. Was Charles Leclerc.
His debut season for Ferrari as well.
And
I think it was.
I think so. He was born in Monte Carlo in Monaco, so this is his home Grand Prix. Lando Norris out on a fast lap at the moment. Doesn't hit any traffic, I don't think. I think everyone got out of his way quite quickly and very, very respectfully. Lando, they're not showing us Lando's lap. They're showing us Max Verstappen on board with Max Verstappen as he approaches start-finish straight across the line to start his lap. What can Verstappen do? Big lap needed for Max Verstappen.
That's the food.
Do you reckon he'll do 2 laps or 1 lap?
2 laps, shots.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be interesting as they come down. Well, he comes down turn 5 into turn 6, the slowest corner on the F1 calendar. Down to turn 7, turn 8 into the tunnel. Well, out of turn 8 into the tunnel, which is basically turn 9, right? In turn 9 is inside the tunnel, FYI. Down the chicane, down to turn 10 and 11. Straight onto the throttle, coming down to turn 12. What can Max do here? Down to turn 12. Very quickly there. Down around the swimming pool. Down to Casino Square, which is turns 18 and 19. My apologies. Well, turn 18. Now into turn 19. Down the start-finish straight. And across the line, is this an out lap or is this a fast lap? You can't really tell.
Out lap.
Fuck knows what that was about.
It's the out lap.
Now he's on a fast lap. Fuck me, it looked like a fast lap to me.
Oh, well.
My apologies.
Oh, well, I think he'll still do 2. What's he doing?
No, he'll do 1.
Oh no, I'd be 1 now.
2 minutes to go.
He's abandoned it.
Yeah, he abandoned that first one. Presumed to get tyres into optimal look here. Sergio Perez is on the fast lap though. Green sector 1 for Sergio. Into the swimming pool, down to Casino Square. Traffic, lots of traffic. Oh, and they all get out quickly, but I don't know if that's going to have harmed his lap. Down the start-finish straight, across the line, Sergio Perez goes 9th, doesn't improve. I think that ruined his lap. I do think it did.
Yeah,
traffic is going to be a bitch. Verstappen coming around the swimming pool area, down to Casino Square. They're showing us Lewis Hamilton. That's not what I want to see. Max Verstappen comes out of the last corner, down the start-finish straight. I'm seeing this via my driver tracker. Max Verstappen, what can he do? Max Verstappen, across the line, does not improve, I don't think. Or he abandoned another lap, and now he's doing a fast lap again. I don't know what Max is doing, but he's not improved.
Yeah, that would have been the lap he abandoned the first sector, I think.
He's abandoned it again. I think that's two that he's abandoned. He's gonna get traffic. I think.
Oh,
Lewis Hamilton. What can? Oh,
dear.
and that is yellow flags.
Red flag.
A red flag. That is qualifying done. Qualifying for the day is done. And it's Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc has smashed it into the wall in the swimming pool area. And Charles Leclerc will have pole, but he's also shoved his car into the barrier. A bit of work needed. Tactical red flag, absolute shithousery. The FIA will double check this, right? The FIA, not that I think Charles Leclerc has cheated here. The FIA are going to look at this, because if he has tactically done this, we've seen it before with Schumacher, didn't we? Right?
Race control session will not be restarted.
Yeah, session won't be restarted. Max Verstappen will be in P2 tomorrow. Lewis Hamilton down in P7 for tomorrow. But again, as I've said, the FIA will look at this. The FIA is going to look at this because they're going to be thinking, has he done this on purpose? They're going to have a look at it. But that is qualifying done now. We were looking at having a traumatic ending as we see what happens here.
Yes,
he hits the barrier, and it's into turns 15 and 16. He's turning in very, very early, which basically does his front right straight away over the bump and into the wall there, where we've seen Nicholas Latifi crash. We saw Max Verstappen. But yes, very, very, very interesting. Do you think the FIA are going to have a look at this?
I mean, it is a coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit sus. I'm a deep saying, no, he didn't do it on purpose, but it looks for hella sus. It does. Yeah. It really does. I think the FIA have a look at this. But look, we're going to wrap it up there, Carl. I've got a transfer talk line here to do. I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea before I do that. The session will not be restarted. So the order is, the top three anyway, is Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Valtteri Bottas. Charles Leclerc is in pole position. The FIA, most doubt, will look at this just to make sure that he's not done anything untoward. I don't think he has, but they will just double check that. They'll have a little look. But
it'd be interesting to hear Verstappen's thoughts on it.
Verstappen's got a great big smile on his face right now, so I actually don't think Verstappen is too upset about it. He doesn't look upset anyway. Charles Leclerc in P1 though. Charles Leclerc with P1. First pole position for Ferrari, which is quite shocking. Well, not his first one, but first one for quite a while.
It's madness. Absolute madness. I don't think we've seen that before. Someone on pole, then decides, then ends up crossing to barriers and red flagging the session.
Yeah,
it's a bit sus.
It is a bit suspect. It is a bit suspect. But, well, we have a Ferrari on pole for tomorrow's race. Well, provisional pole. The FIA will look at that, I presume. I'm deep saying it's very convenient, isn't it? It is. It is indeed. Lewis saying he's hit the curb. He has. They'll be looking if he's done that on purpose. So, I don't think he has. Look, I like Charles.
Yeah,
I don't think he has, but it is a bit suspect.
If he did it on purpose, his steering wheel would be, his steering wheel would be more to the right, trying to do it, trying to hit on purpose. But he put too early, so he's on pole anyways. I think he'll be on pole tomorrow, but it is sus at the same time.
It is a bit suspect, but look, we're going to wrap it up there. I've got transfer talk to even do it. I don't know how they can improve it, even if he did do it on purpose. The FIA, they have all sorts of camera angles. They have the trajectory of all the drivers, what they're doing. They'll compare that with every other time he's gone around that corner, see if he's doing it a bit early. Look, They will have a look at it. I don't think he's done anything untoward. I don't think he's done it on purpose. I do think Charles Leclerc is going to be on pole tomorrow. I do like him. He's a beautiful man is Charles Leclerc. I do like him a lot. But look, we're going to wrap it up there. A big thanks to everyone watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Charles will hopefully be with me tomorrow for Formula One. We're doing the race Grand Prix, the race lights out. It's going to be an interesting race. Not much overtaken, I can assure you of that right now. I'll be back in about 5 minutes with Transfer Talk. Lanzi saying big brain from Leclerc there. Very, very true indeed. Stop the session so no one can come pole. Indeed. Charles Leclerc has got pole position. But as I said, I'll be back in 5 minutes with Transfer Talk. Plenty to get our teeth into there. But Chris, where can they find you, bro?
Find me here on the Thistle F1 Watchalong. Find me on my YouTube channel. Just Chris Wells. Simple. No doubt I might do a video on that Charles Leclerc situation. And find me on Twitter, Chris Wells 96. I think it's on my banner there. So yeah, that's where you can find me. Unless you want to find me, unless you want to come to Carlo and somehow find me.
Love to see it. You can find us on our socials: Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. If you want to follow me personally, mine is Niall _PAFC. As I said, I'm back in 4 minutes with Transfer Talk. It is running a little bit late. And tonight, our Euro stream, me and the panel, we've got our 26-man squads almost ready. Some changing, need to change that. I'm not angry, I promise. A few people changing it. It's fine. It's not too much effort for me. I'm still waiting for a couple of squads to come through as well. So I've got a busy 4 hours between now and then. But as I said, we're back at 3 p.m. with, in about 3 minutes with Transfer Talk. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you in a bit. Charles Leclerc is going to be on pole position. Max is in second. Lewis is down in 7th. Until next time, thanks for